Capture the objectives.
Hey, what's up YouTube? I am Mr. Nerve Damage, and I was actually hoping to record my first commentary about myself and why my name is what it is and things of that nature, but it is what it is. This happened last night, and it kind of culminated over a period of time, matches turning out the same way and people acting the same way and saying the same things, and I kind of thought this would be a funny video to do first. I will tell you a little bit about me. It relates to this topic, this video. And this is going to be a long one. It's actually 2 matches to kind of let the whole story play out.
Securing Charlie.
But essentially, I've been playing FPS games since the original Wolfenstein and the original Doom, the original Quake. I mean, all the early 90s FPS games. So, I'm in my 30s, so I've been around the block. I've been playing these games for quite a while, so I'm very familiar with them. As far as online FPS, I know I played some World at War online, I know I played some COD 4 online, but I think Black Ops 1 was where I really got into it and started playing online a lot. But essentially, I've been playing these games for a very long time. I'm very familiar with what I am good and am not good at. And as you'll see in this video, I take out a lot of streaks and cap a lot of positions, and I do okay with my kill death. But there again, the issue that happened in this game and happens in a lot of games for a lot of people, it's some of the people on my team were just feeding excessively. I don't remember exactly what the final kill deaths of some of my teammates were and the final scores and stuff, but we'll see that later on. But essentially, there's some guys on my team that I know they went like 9-40 or 9-30, so I ended up spending a significant part of my match taking out streaks and getting killed by streaks. Everything from Cerberus to sentry guns, whatever, lightning strikes. And I think the frustrating part about it, it's the fact that these people, not only do they feed the streaks, they don't try to capture the objectives, they don't try and help the team. They won't even carry a fucking 4-shot launcher, one of the black cells, to take out the streaks that they are themselves causing to appear. I mean, I can understand people, wanting to play the game the way they want to play it, but if you're impeding the rest of your team from doing what they're good at doing, which is playing the objectives, you're not doing something right, so, but of course, I want to give credit to Treyman on the other team and Super Lido on my team, because Treyman's a good player. I mean, I bet in a 1v1 he would win against me. It seemed like he wasn't capping quite as many positions, but let's face it, when your team is winning, you don't really have to worry about that so much. You have the ability to hang back and kind of do whatever it is you want to do. So he seems like a really good team player, and he was going after those kills and he was getting them. So props to him. Both of these matches he did really well. Super Lido on my team, he seemed like he was at least trying. He actually ended up with 1 or 2 more caps than me and a couple less defense, but still he came in 2nd place in the team. It seemed like he was actually attempting to do something. Opposed to the bottom 2, who ended up 9-32 and 8-31 respectively. Now, their score was a result mainly of they kept capping the home position flags. So whenever the spawns would flip or whatever, they would cap the home flag, which that only does you so much good. I mean, the rest of the time they were sitting back, just not doing much of anything, which it doesn't make much sense. I mean, with people like that, I mean, the advice I would give to them is the advice I'd give to anyone who is not performing well, at least in team-based modes. Play bots. I mean, you can turn the bots up to hardened, veteran, whatever, better than recruit anyway. And you'll actually have a challenge. I mean, if you can win a competitive or an objective-based game mode against veteran bots, then you should be able to at least be helpful to your team in an online multiplayer experience.
Keep up the momentum.
So, I would recommend that. I would recommend maybe non-objective modes, like TDM or free-for-all, even though free-for-all on PC is kind of dead, so TDM would be probably better for newer players, just to get a hang of the guns and the map layouts and stuff. But again, people are going to make the decisions they're going to make. They want to play certain ways. That's on them. But you have to understand, people like myself that are actually trying to win, we have the right to get irritated about it. And then here you can see kind of how it's going. The matchmaking, it seems fairly balanced. I mean, a lot of matches are kind of like this, where basically what happens, you'll have 1 to 2
secure the objectives.
Pretty good players on each team,
Securing C.
and then a bunch of pet rocks.
C secure.
And a lot of times what it
Enemy
boils
took
down
A.
to is whose pet
UAV
rocks
inbound.
are more lively. So
XD
the
inbound.
worst on your team kind of result in the win or the loss. So if your
Enemy
team
took
has the
B.
worst bottom 3 or 4, you'll probably end up
Hostile
losing
tower
because you're going to end up spending most of the time taking out score streaks, like right here. I mean, here's a Talon. The Cerebuses are about to start coming in. And there's some sentries start coming in, and I've got a
Hostile UAV above.
cold-blooded class meant just for that. But somebody manually operating their Talon or Cerberus, it's not really going to help you too much against those score streaks. But again, the matchmaking, it's fairly balanced, except for when they activate the skill-based matchmaking, which no one can really argue or deny. It's happened a couple times. I mean, I remember there's been a couple periods since the launch of the game where the Twitter community is going nuts. People are flipping their shit because you're getting into these lobbies, and literally, I got into one. I have like a 440-something score per minute. I got into a lobby where the lowest score per minute was like a 380.
Bravo secure.
And so I was pretty much playing people of my exact same skill level, and people were like, "Well, you don't want a challenge?" I mean, yeah, you do, but a normal challenge with the way matchmaking normally is, where there's 1 or 2 people in their team that are about as good as you, and then you've got some pet rocks that you can step on to get score streaks and whatnot. That's good balance. That's good matchmaking.
UAV
When you have to be a sweaty tryhard just to even go even, and barely win a match, nobody wants to do that. It's not competitive. I mean, it's a competitive game, but it's not like professional, serious game. So, yeah. Of course, it doesn't ever last long because people start bitching, and then a patch comes out. They're like, "Oh, we didn't turn that skill-based matchmaking on. We just tweaked something." And then, oh, now they untweak it and it's back to normal again. So, again, the matchmaking, it's fairly balanced. I think for me it's just more of an issue of, there you go. It's more of an issue of who's on your team and what they're doing and or not doing. And this is what happens. I mean, you end up spending way more time taking out score streaks and getting spawn trapped. And it's just a mess. Things end up working out the same. Like, here's another UAV. It's just constant UAV spam because these guys are just feeding like crazy. And even at one point I'm like, and in most matches like this, I'm like, team B. That spot in the middle of the map that we need to control to win the game. Which, it's like talking to yourself because nothing's going to change. But what happens is the spawns end up getting flipped because you get spawn trapped by the streaks and the other players because your team's not pushing, they're not capping. And then rinse and repeat. You flip to the other side of the map, especially on smaller maps like this. Hailstorm death. Small maps like this, it's so much easier to spawn flip and get trapped. So it just flips, same thing, flips, same thing, it's over and over. And I can already pretty much tell, even though we're in the lead, that the power here is shifting, and that we're probably going to lose this match, which is because of the way that the team is playing. But at the same time, we're close enough. It's just close enough where it's possible, and it's not a blowout. It's not like we're getting stomped completely. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not against leaving a match, and I'm not talking about quote-unquote rage quitting. I'm talking about intelli-quitting, which is not being dumb enough, literally just stupid enough to stay in a match where the only thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to die 1,000,000 times and you're going to lose terribly. Like, there's no point in staying in a match like that. I'm sorry, you know, competitive person, whatever. There's no point in staying in that match. You know, if your team is doing nothing but causing you to die, they're not helping you capture anything, they're not helping you do anything, why should you stick around for that? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I don't understand why people get pissed about it. Oh, rage quitter. It's not rage quitting. It's smart to leave. Well, you know, nothing good is going to come from you staying in certain matches. You know, but again, those are extreme situations. You know, they don't happen as often. But when they do, again, yeah, I'm not going to stick around because my team isn't doing anything, and I'm going to die a million times and lose. But you know, that is what it is. You know, and so at this point, just looking at the score, the way it's working out, and the way that the match has been going, this match is over. I mean, still, even in the last seconds, I'm spending, and that's the thing, you know, I have to spend time taking all these streaks instead of capping points or getting kills or whatever. So the things that I'm good at, I'm not able to even do because I'm doing other things that the other players could be doing. You know, so the match is winding down. There's a guy on the other team. His name is The Dream. He's a pet rock, you know, and after this match, obviously, you know, he went 17 and 33, was 4th place on his team, so he did some stuff, but he wasn't anything amazing. And I made a point to mention that it felt like me and Trey were pretty much carrying our teams, and that we were pretty much versus one another, and that's how kind of things worked out. Now again, not taking any credit away from Super Lido or the second place other people on his team, just the way that the matchmaking works out. Again, typically it's a couple people versus pet rocks. So I made a comment about the fact that these guys on the bottom of our team were feeding the crap out of them, and that the game could have been at least a little closer if it had worked out. And he says this. He says I am laughably mediocre. And the irony in that, it's beyond. That someone in his position who is obviously mediocre, I mean, in that match and in this one, would say that to me when I came in first in that match, I came in first in this match, and I'm obviously doing things that I need to do to try and help the team win. And he brought up something like noobs do, or idiots about the KDs, like, yeah. He commented on my KD, it was like 38 and 25 or something like that in that match. I'm like, well, what do you expect when you're spending all your time fighting score streaks instead of people? You know, your KD is not going to be amazing when you're getting overrun with UAVs, Cerberus, everything under the sun. So, either way, that's kind of all I had to say about the scenario. It's just hilarious the way that it worked out. Calling me mediocre when obviously it's the opposite. I mean, I'm not the greatest player in the world. I'm really not. But I'm probably top 10 percentile. I mean, just based on the score per minute, what I'll do to help the team win.
Enemy took Bravo.
And my KD is decent. But, you know, compared to other players, I'm not mediocre. I'm not middle of the pack. I'm upper tier, but I'm not amazing. You know, and I give other players credit. I mean, people that have a 700 score per minute, I mean, come on. They may not have the best KD in the world, but they're doing things right. I mean, that score per minute is freaking crazy. So yeah, I'm not the best in the world, but I'm better than most.
Hostile counter UAV above.
Except for right here. And again, I'm not afraid to show my fault. There's a guy right there. Right back there. And I missed him. It's such an idiot move. Oh my god. I knew he was in there. And I saw him out of my peripheral vision. And I hate that when you go back later and you watch some footage and you miss something like that. You're like, oh my god. For some reason, I thought the way that this map is designed, you know, there's a lot of aesthetics. There's a lot of statues and little like chairs and things and pillows. For some reason, when I saw him in there, I thought that he was like a statue. And so I walked right past him. He got shot in the back. I was like, man, I totally deserve to get marked on that. So, again, prime example. I make mistakes. I do dumb shit like everyone else, but I just don't do it as often as other people, you know, so I don't know. Anyway, help your team, guys, and, you know, if you like this video, I'm going to go ahead and just let it play out.
Losing C.
Got some cool kills later on if you want to watch.
All locations secured.
Yeah, if you like the
Maintain
video,
current posture.
please like and subscribe.
Losing B.
And I'm going to try and start doing more commentaries and
Enemy has C.
other fun stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Later on.
Hostile UAV spotted. Losing B.
Sniper!
Losing Bravo. We lost Bravo. Hostile Hellstorm overhead. Be advised, hostile UAV incoming. Hostile servers inbound. Be advised, hostile counter UAV is online. Hostile UAV above. Hostile lightning strike targeting active. The round's nearly over. Keep up the momentum. Be advised, hostile lightning strike inbound. Securing B. Crushed them. Maintain your momentum in the next round. Secure the objectives. Securing A. Enemy has C. Alpha locked down. Securing B. Bravo locked down. Friendly UAV inbound. Losing B. Enemy took B. Securing B. Hostile UAV spotted. Bravo locked down. Losing B. Friendly care package incoming. Securing C. Care package inbound. Losing B. Friendly raid in your AO. Counter UAV inbound. We lost B. Securing Bravo. Friendly UAV inbound. Hostile care package overhead. Be advised, hostile health force inbound. Losing Alpha. Hostile UAV spotted. Hostile HCXD in your AO. Securing Charlie. All locations secured. Maintain current posture. Losing Bravo. Losing Alpha. Losing Alpha. Losing Bravo. Lost Alpha. Enemy took B. Hostile UAV above. Securing B. Bravo secure. Losing B. Enemy took B. Hostile counter UAV above. Radar is down. Securing B. Hostile UAV spotted. Securing Alpha. Be advised, hostile UAV incoming. Securing A. A secure.